Hey, what's up everyone? This is Dmar here, and we're going to be doing a little project here with Summoner's War. We're going to be doing a new account using the new update for March 2022 with the new up-to-date Summoner's Way and the extra content that have been given away. And just seeing how everything has changed since this new Summoner's Way and all the extra content. And now that the tutorial and everything has been geared towards all this extra content that has been done since Summoner's Way and the challenges have been initially introduced. So first, we're just going to run through the first little thing here. And we're not going to put all the gameplay. We're just going to cut here and there, show you how things are done, and show how well you're benefiting from these extra things that they're giving to new players and new accounts. First, your tutorial's still the same. They actually do give you a little mock battle at the beginning on a brand new account where you get to play like some of the really good units like Velajul, Praha, stuff like that. So this part here really needs no introduction. So we're just going to go ahead and skip to the welcome special reward. You see you get the runes, you get the rainbow mines, devil mines, super angel mines, things that help you develop quicker and kind of play a little catch up compared to people who've been playing for years and years. We're coming up on what, the 8th anniversary? That's a long time. But not only is it about letting players play catch up, but it's also the meta for some of the dungeons. They've changed, like giants. It's a whole different approach now. You gotta use dots. So, but a lot of it is still the same at the beginning. Like you get your free premium pack at the end of the first stage, but a lot of it changed to reflect the meta. So we'll see some of that a little bit later. At this part right here, we had just defeated the first boss. We're getting our free premium pack here. If you want to go ahead and summon them right away, hey, you can. I might try to tell you how to play the game, but personally, I recommend holding off. That way you can focus more on your first few core mons like Lapis, the Water Magic Knight that you'll get at the end of stage 2. She's going to be part of the fast level up challenge, and you're going to build her all the way up. And in fact, nowadays she should be your first 6-star monster just because that challenge. And she is a solid farmer. There's other mons out there that can be used better, but by building up Lapis, you can save runes to build up those other units for other purposes, such as dungeons, such as TOA, PvP, RTA. So also, this is a fairly recent update. This wasn't like the one that just came out a few weeks ago, but now you get extra glory and you get mystic scrolls for the first time you beat these AI opponents in arena. So right here, boom boom, you get 11 from the free premium pack, then you get 5 more right here. So you have 16 whole summons to work with right here. So, like I said, if you want to go ahead, pop them, get some extra mons, go for it. But if you want to hold off, that's fine too. So, because sometimes what you don't want to do is get a Nat 5 early and not really have the runes to properly build them available. So, not saying they'll be useless, but you're not going to get the full potential out of them until later. And not only that, but also some of these Nat 5s may not coincide with your current goals. Which first one should be build a farmer, and then the second one should be start working towards giants teams. So not every monster you're going to summon right away should be built, because it's not going to fall in line with those goals. So that's kind of the better way to go with that. Once you're able to farm the runes, then you can start to build these better mons. So that's the whole mentality with that. It's very important that now you get her, you can her. In fact, when they got all this geared up, they gave everybody another lapis because who took her and fed her. Myself included, my other account isn't like that. So they gave me that so I could get this done. So it is very critical that you keep her as soon as you get her and really start working on her immediately. Now we kind of fast forward here a little bit. We already have lapis now. We have completed houses. We actually completed the next dungeon as well, which they just gave you a set of 3-star grades. Great. But you see why lapis shines so much as a farmer. Because all of her attacks hit targets. Even her basic attack is a lot when it hits all of them. Makes sense why they want you to make her a farm. But as I mentioned earlier, as soon as you get her, you should start working on her, just that way you get that challenge out of the way. Well, now we're done talking about Lapis. I will touch on Fran, who is the Light Fairy Queen. You will get her once you complete the 3rd stage on the challenges. And she is another unit that as soon as you get her, start working on her immediately. She is among one of the best healers in the game. She has attack bar reduction and attack reduction with her first attack, but then she has the same heal as your water fairy that you get at the very beginning, but her 3rd one is a heal all with immunity and attack boost. So a very, very good healer. And she used to be a exclusive from an event when you at the very beginning. So for a while, like, only so many people were able to get her. But then they added her to the ancient coin shop, which is something you get through events. And then on top of that, they now added her into the new Summoner's Way to make sure that everybody gets one, because she's worth building and everybody should have her for sure. Like, there's people who use her in RTA today. And a good thing with Fran is that you don't have to build up other fairy queens use to feed for skill ups. All you gotta do is feed her fairies like normal fairies, which is why they give you the wind fairy a couple steps ahead. So that's all you need to give her skill ups. So it's very easy to acquire these skill ups for her. So you will have among, like I said earlier, one of the best healers in the game. Now also here you have this new Summoner Welcome event. The first part here is they give you some good full sets of runes, which are 6-star rare. You have rare, then you have hero, then you have legend. But these are some good starter runes for your mons. That will give you good stat boosts and enough to make them viable for certain content. And as you continue to progress, you will see that they'll start doing more Kairos dungeons based things like clear Hall of Magic, clear attribute dungeons. As you see there, the first 2 rewards will be essences that you can use to awaken Fran. Please do that as soon as possible. That way you get more out of her as well. She does have that 10% speed lead. Cannot sleep on HP, even though she has one of the smaller ones, but still it is, speed is everything here. You can get. And once that's done, you move on to other challenges, and make sure you keep your eyes peeled for new challenges, especially like in new categories. As you see here, you have a check strategy info, and then you get a awakened 2-star Konamiya, which is the water Garuda. And he is a solid building block, and some of the work's already taken care of for you since he's already awakened. But he has a group build, group cleanse, and he's more of a support unit that you can coordinate with. It's just like the Taeon, the light one that you get earlier, you do get the resurge, which gives the instant attack gauge fill with the attack bonus. So very, very good building block. Could get some good use out of him in multiple places. But yeah, he's another unit that is worth doing. And no matter how many debuffs you have on there, if somebody loads up a bunch of continuous damages on you, you can clean them out with one move with the piece, I think it's called. So definitely something to work on for now. And having cleared this base, now we can go back to the Summoner's Way, get these other attributes, get that light essence. Now awaken up 3. See, some of this will, segue straight into the next part. You can get the parts that you need to do the next one. So this is something that's very good to help you progress. There you go, that's the awakened brand. And then we'll just keep on moving. I'm gonna jump ahead here a little bit. Gotten further along the Summoner's Way here. Now we're going to Lane Force. And after you complete this one, you do get a full set of 4-star rare Fatal Runes, which is good to put on Lapis for now until you get the Vampire and Revenge runes from the challenge. Because that's the key to making her a farmer. But until now, she's going to still be your primary damage dealer. But after that, you can take those runes. Because while you still have a new account, you do get so many days of free rune levels, which is very good to keep in mind. So you move those runes over to another damage dealer, and the Vampire and Revenge on that for now. And we're going to take another jump here, go straight to the boss stage. It is the Wind Chimera for the boss. A lot of people can't wait to get him. He's still a lot better, but there are better chimeras to get. Just to show you, once you get the fatal runes, just wait here just a few seconds. Well, not sure I've done that, but still. There he is. These first few bosses in scenario really don't take much strategy. I mean, other than just brute force it. If you need you're going to keep a healer with you for the most part, so that's not a problem there. But this team right here cover all your basic needs. You have heals, you have defense breaking, and you have offense, but it doesn't take much until you get further along the light. Brophagus runes, or Baneon Volcano. I mean, that's where you start to ramp up. But all this right here shouldn't take much for you to beat. And now we're at the part here where just go through the story right here. If you want to read it, that's fine. It's up to you. Not everybody plays games from the start, from the story. But there's your fatal runes. Like I said before, just make sure you put this on Lapis or whoever your other damage dealer is going to be. That's not her. If you already have the Vampire Revenge runes. Like I said, right now, do take advantage of that free rune removal that you get. Because you're going to be constantly looking for upgrades right now. Usually once you get to 4-star runes, that's when I start really saving them for now. Until you get far enough into a giant where you can start getting your 5 and 6 stars. Because overall, you don't want to put a whole lot of effort into anything that's not 5 or 6 star. Like even a 4-star, at best, I might go to +9. Or if a situation calls for it, like a challenge, I'll go to +12. Also right here, don't forget about these free scrolls that they give you. I want to say it's every 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20. But they're giving you plenty of opportunities to build up your units. And see right now, the 56 mystical scrolls. But right here, I'm going to go ahead and use my unknown scrolls, which is your 1 to 2-star mostly, but occasional 3-star. Just to kind of get some food to level up. But that kind of gives you an idea of like how many mystic scrolls you're going to be getting through this. Just by going through all the challenges, the arena. So you're really getting a lot of summons to work with without really having to spend a dime. And that is something that has improved significantly with all these updates. They're finding ways to close that gap. And now we're going to see this little countdown here. That is our final set of scrolls from the Council's Gifts. That gives me 61. Now the Daily Wish did give me 1 scroll, so the number is kind of skewed there. But 60 scrolls. Like, that is a really good start, and that's only over the course of maybe an hour and a half. We'll go ahead, take a look at some of my units I got now. Lapis, Fran, the elf I worked on. Now, I did take the Fire Pixie and started building her as a draw from the Unknown Scroll. For Giants B12, she is a part of your continuous damage team, or dot team as people like to call it. So if you run into getting her, do keep that in mind because she is a main piece for a dot team. And as you see here, you max her out at 4-star, you get some bonus Rainbow Mine. And then you get to go back over to the fast level up, and there's the Vampire Revenge runes that I mentioned earlier. So now I'm going to move all that onto her. But now we have those runes equipped on her, now we're going to do the next part of the fast level up, which is power the runes up. So now you can see we have Vampire Revenge sets equipped on her, and we're just going to start powering them up. The challenge wanted them up to +9 it was, I believe. And another part here you can take advantage of is that the rune power up prices is now half price as a new player because you have the blessing. So we'll just keep everything going. Slot 2 is speed, which is a very commonly used one. My personal preference, I do like to use slot 2 speed a lot. I mean, there's going to be some monsters where you're better off using HP percent or defense percent or attack percent, depending on what the monster is. Not everything's going to be speed. Most of it will be, but not everything. Keep this moving here. For the next part, they're going to go over the auto engrave, and this is a new feature that I think is big for new players because you don't have to go around asking people. I mean, there's still do your homework, do your research, But this makes things a little bit easier. They give you a statistical breakdown on what sets are being used and what slot 2, 4, and 6 runes are being used on your monsters. And the auto engrave will equip runes based on that information. So what everybody else is doing, they're going to try to make that as close as possible for you. So that does take a lot of the frustration out, and it's very good for new players, a very convenient thing. Well, that's it for this part. Y'all have a good night.